Hello guys, welcome to YouTube series of data science and machine learning. So today we are going to learn errors and built-in exceptions. Okay, so we are going to basically learn errors in Python. Okay, so we write a code if a is less than 3 and it gives a syntax error. Okay, so this is the type of error and this is what this is description of error. Okay, syntax error is type and this is description. So uh, here it is showing the what is it syntax error. Okay, so if we do this and run it, okay, there is another error, syntax error expected UF while pressing. So again, it is a syntax error, and this is the description. So it needs some code and everything. It needs something, so it will not run. Okay. Now if we try to divide 1 by 0, there is a 0 division error because we cannot divide anything by 0. Okay. So it raises 0 division error, and this is the description. Obviously in Python, errors are quite easy to read and understand. Okay, now in open test.txt, this is IO error, which means it has a description which like no such file or directory. So there is no file like test.txt in my laptop, so it's not sure, so it's raising an error. Okay, these were pretty basics. We just explained type of error and its description here. Now we'll learn built-ins. These, when you write dir, this function dir underscore underscore build-ins underscore underscore. So this function will show you all type of error that Python can have, every kind of error that Python can have, and you can you can see it here, every kind of error. There are true, type error, Unicode, decoder error, everything. Okay, so if it's not showing, okay. Now exception handling. Okay, so the error is always raised, but sometimes we can change that error, which error is coming. It should not come as an error, it should come as an output. Okay, so error can be handled, which is called exception handling. So we import a module called sys, and it actually has try and accept these keywords. Okay, try and accept. So what we are doing is we have a list which have string and int, and for every entry in the list, for every entry in the list, we are printing entry in the list. Okay, we are printing the entry, and then dividing one by every entry. Okay, you can see we are, let me show you. You can see we are dividing every entry by we are dividing one by every entry, and now we are doing except. So it will raise an error as b cannot be divided by 1. Okay, so it's a string, and so an error will be uh, raised. So what we do is accept. We are accepting some errors, which are, we are accepting many errors. Sys exe.info, it's accepting error that the error should not be raised. Okay, and zero is just naming the error. Okay, zero is just telling what type of error is coming. Okay, and then occurred. These are the simple string we are adding, and these are simple print. These are some simple print commands, and now we are printing reciprocal of entry is r. So let's understand the output. Okay, so we give entry b to this for. Now it's showing class value error, which we get by this function sysinfo with square bracket 0. We get this error, and then we try next entry as it's a for loop, so it will again print it. Now we are trying 0. It is, oh, sorry, where it is. It happens a lot. So now we are printing now we are dividing by 0, so it's showing us 0 division error, which is obviously we cannot divide 0. And now when we are trying 2, it is printed. Okay, so 2 is available for printing. There is no error in 2. Okay, so this is the function for which we use for data handling, sorry, error handling. And we'll learn more about it here only. Now we are again importing sys, and the same code we are entry in every list. Okay, so we are trying this again, we are trying same thing only, 1 divided by int entry. And if we are accepting something, if there is a value error, we will print this. If there is 0 error, we will print this. And if there are some other error, we'll print this. Okay, so try and accept actually does this only. It is used to uh, surpass an error, or stop raising an error. Okay, it just accepts, it just removes error, or not removes, it just gives a name to error, or we can print anything other than error. Okay, so and in the third one is simply 2. You can see here 2 is available for printing. This was easy to understand, I guess. Okay, now raising exception, we can raise some error by writing raise. Okay, we are just showing it for your completion purpose. So we are raising keyboard interrupt error. This is a type of error which happens when a code is running and we try to change it, or we copy it, we control C it, then it will raise this kind of error. Okay, uh, now we raise memory errors, and we are printing this. This is memory error. We can do this also. Okay, we can give a description of our choice. Okay, now we are doing try num is equals to int input. We are taking an input, and if it is less than 0, we raise value error with this description. Okay, you can see here, I think I can use it. We are raising value error, and we we are using this description to show. Okay, and we accept value error as int, and we are printing it. Okay, so we are defining our error by raise error, and then using accept to print that error. Okay, so you can see we are printing that error with our desired description. Okay, now try and finally is used in files. Okay, some files which we'll use in future videos. So what we are doing is we are opening a file here, and then okay, we try to open a file here, and there will be many functions here, and if there are some errors, there will be some errors. Just let's just imagine that there are some errors, but when we use finally dot f dot close, it doesn't matter. We The code just runs itself, and finally after every error, it reads every error, and whatever errors are in there, it doesn't matter. Finally it will close the file, it will not show any error, as it's a more elegant way to use file or do file handling. So the there will be errors, but it can be handled by this finally, and we close the file. Okay, finally. Now if you have any doubts in this, please do comment in comment section, and till then we can start another topic here only, debugging. Okay, so debugging. Okay, how much big is this? Sorry, बंद किया था.